Something must flash in his mind because he gets suddenly a furrowed brow, a focused look of determination.
Man, I'll give him bardic inspiration too. I don't know if it'll mean anything, but
How? No, never mind. I was like you weren't running detect thoughts.
Yes, it was.
Like
yeah,
recent. You were earlier, but I'm like recently because it's going to last like 10 minutes, right? Or is it an hour? Yeah. Like you're fucking forgetting if it's a 10 minutes or an hour.
it is 1 minute.
It's 1 minute.
Oh, one
Fucking.
minute. You're too
Yeah, I thought it was
options,
like
both
10
of them
minutes or some shit. Yeah, okay, definitely not. You haven't been running it in the past minute, I don't think. Because you ran it earlier.
Time flies.
Time flies.
Crash, did Vasa, when we met him, did he mention his family name? I forget if he did or didn't.
He's not. He's not mentioned it once until right now.
Got it.
He's never mentioned it otherwise.
Oh, right, now I remember what I was thinking about. We were mentioning other names, and he's like, wait, no, those are not noble houses. That's what it was.
Yeah. So he's versed and educated in that line, that social circle, so to speak, that tier.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, Dan, I know when the time comes, I won't be caught lacking. So thank you.
That is true.
Yep.
We just put out a hand.
He takes it. Shakes it. I do want to go to those trial grounds, and I'll go my damn self. If I don't want to slow things down for you guys.
I've never been slowed down by helping someone find their dream. That is the only thing in this life that we can do that matters.
Just nods at that. Well then, should probably get going.
Should.
Because I think Ulysses has his own ideas of grandeur. And involves undead. I'll get the vagrants ready. Still can't believe we fucking decide that's the name. He stays clear of the drow. Not because he knows she's a drow, but mostly because she seems fucking pissed all the time. And is there anything else you guys want to do? Or shall we wrap up?
There's one thing I would like to ask.
In game or out of game?
Out of game, I think.
Okay. Lay it on me.
So I have a bunch of uncut gems.
Mm-hmm.
And if I were to work on them, what time span are we talking?
It depends on the tools you have. You have gem workers tools right now, correct? Or the gem?
Yeah, jeweler's tools.
Jeweler's tools. There you go. I think the speed of that would depend on how well you roll.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the bottom line is that you're just trying not to fuck up the gem. So if you roll really badly, then I would just say you work so slowly today because you're too cautious about it that you didn't make too much headway. But you don't get penalized by, like, again, breaking the fucking gem, which would invalidate the whole process.
Yeah.
I'd say it depends on the size of the gem, but probably like a few days.
Makes sense.
Of, like, focused attention on it.
Yeah.
So, like, similar to, like, Silas, who's, like, trying to learn how to play a new instrument, you could try to focus on that, and, you know, your efforts will, depends on how we roll, to get to it. But eventually, all good.
There's also an experiment I would like to try with one of the emeralds that I have.
Which would be?
It's the 150 gold piece emerald. Mm-hmm. I would like to see if I focus on it the same way I did the Rock of Storing, how it responds to magic. Not necessarily trying to imbue it or anything. I just wanted to get a feel for it.
You feel magical energy leave you, but when it comes to examining the gem to see if it retained it, it does not. Or if it does, it retains so little that it might as well be just the same gem anyways. It's not a clean catalyst like crystals are. And then then, like, the quality of the gem and or crystal also introduces another variable, how well it holds, it transmits and holds energy.
Okay. And the way you describe this uncut emerald, it's like there's a bunch of, it's like a
Slag.
Or
yeah. whatever the term is for the extra rock when you mine out a gem.
Ore, I would say.
Yeah, it's like the ore of the, yeah. Well, the ore is the whole thing, but the part that's specifically the rock part, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. If I try to focus on the gem, can I sense how much of this slag is of the whole? And what I'm asking is if I oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, you're trying to like flow energy through, and the places it doesn't flow through would thusly be the places where it's not a gem at all.
Yeah.
If as you do that, I would say probably almost half of it would be slag, quote unquote slag. So the amount of gem actually there, it might be a sizable chunk, but the amount of actually connected gem structure is a lot less than what it even appears to be.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, now for the experiment part. Can I, let's see, what would be, third level would be 5. So if I want to try to focus 5 spell points worth of energy into this emerald and try to force off the impurities.
That is possible, but it is a very low quality gem, so most of the energy would get dissipated in the transmission, much less it holding it enough to shatter any remnants off of it.
Okay.
Yeah, contrary to how Boomer the Kobold depicts it, you don't just channel magic into rocks and then throw them and they explode.
No.
To be fair, Boomer takes like a while to make his explosives, so...
Yeah. I think what Sajor is trying to understand is if he could utilize magic as a scalpel and cut off the impurities.
You would be better off using it to magically infuse the tools that you're cutting with, but then you need magical tools or tools that are capable of holding magic, similar to what giants have.
That makes a lot of sense. All right.
Yeah, because
the giant sucking dragon.
Suck it. Ugh.
But
Today,
yeah, so the gem itself, because it's such a low quality gem, it doesn't retain or transmit magical energy that well. So you can't really command it to do stuff. It is just what it is at this point. If you were a bigger, higher quality, which is I guess a part of refining it, gem, then it might hold a little more. But gems in general aren't the best conduit for magical energy in the first place.
Yeah.
They help facilitate magical power, which is why they get consumed in spellcrafts a lot. That's why it always says ruby powder or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like pouring conductors into like a non-conducting material. It helps it, but in and of itself, you can't put you can't attach a car battery to a line of salt and expect it to do shit.
No, yeah, makes
Except
sense.
I don't know, maybe burn at like one end of it. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. All right. Now I know what Sajor's going to do in his downtime as we camp. I want to see if I can manually with my tools work that 250 gold piece diamond up to 300.
Let's say transmitting energy through the gem would allow you to more precisely know where to tap and clean off. It's like fucking Gurren Lagann. And that would be helpful, but it wouldn't make the process easier. It would just make the process faster because you would know where to hit,
Yeah.
where to tinker off. That's not the right word, tinker, but you know what I mean.
Yes. Right, cool, thank you.
Yep. Anyone else have anything? Silence.
Probably not.
No.
Very well
Sounds-
then.
Being top braids. What else more could I want?
All right, then I will leave you guys with this as you guys make way. So you guys are accompanying Ulysses to a forested site. I guess it's more of a grove. It's like an opening when the river hits, where you guys do find, true to where the correspondence indicates, Ulysses, where this entrance is. And true to the correspondence, there's a big fucking boulder there. It's like the size of like half a bus. It's a huge fucking boulder. It's like the boulders Aang tries to train with when Toph tries to get him into Earthbend, except bigger. And as you guys cordon off the area, do some perimeter searches and so on, the stone says something in a language none of you understand. In a deep, ominous, booming voice. But that's...
No, none of us understand.
I know none of you understand it because he's speaking undead.
Oh.
Damn, I knew we should have gone deep here.
But that is where we leave our session with you guys. Look forward to Talking Rock entrance.
Hell yeah, talking rock entrance.
Hell
How
yeah.
long is the journey to the booming rock?
I believe it was only not on the map 9 miles.
Oh, so it's pretty close by.
Yeah, let me double check. Which is even even less than that because you guys have outrider seeds. That being said, you guys are. It's 12 miles by the way. You guys are. I was telling Garth this. You guys are at or past, or if you guys are going to pass now, the edge of the hollow field. That is not to say the place immediately, instantly becomes overgrown wilderness. It just stops being utterly hollow. So whereas before there is, like, you know, here's a I don't know, a field, I guess. There's nothing in this field except maybe like a couple of things here and there. As you guys get north of the hollow field, there is more and more stuff, gradient almost, as you guys go more and more north of fauna, structures, establishments, etc., etc. But there are still plenty of clearance zones, broken grounds, and stuff like that you guys are able to travel through. Eventually, though, you will hit a point where provincial progress north was never able to get to, so there's no broken trails up here. So you guys are still able to utilize your outrider steeds for the time being. So it only probably took you guys 2 hours to get 6 miles?
Would that count for like a short rest?
It would, yeah. I mean, you guys take short rests in like 10 minutes, so...
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, we have accelerated short rest rules here. So yeah, you guys would be able to take a short rest during that time.
So glad I went with a short rest class then.
And yeah, next week. Oh, okay, that was wrong. Next week, you guys can descend into the ritual site. And Alex, thank you for joining us on this journey.
Thank you for having me.
I love Ulysses. And
So I was actually thinking that now that Malcolm's gone, we just kill Ulysses.
Oh, okay, right. Because he clearly has, you know, good loot on him.
Well, it's just
Obviously.
Like the lack of armor.
Tactical decision, you know. Wait till they're weaker.
Right, of course.
I have no armor. I have a stick. I have clothes that are ill-fitting for the weather.
But I want that stick.
I don't know. That stick does look like you could pretend to use that as a gun.
It's a
That's
stick.
pretty good stick.
Right?
Hey, question, Crash. Do you want me to mark down those spell points for the gem stuff?
I'd say only mark down. Let me try to do that. Just mark down 5, and I'll say that's enough for all the shit you try to do.
Gotcha.
Like all of them.
Done.
Because like I feel like you wouldn't just surge it. You would sort of feel it out.
Yeah.
It's like turning up the ampage on a battery or something. Not ampage, voltage.
Current.
Whatever. I'm an electrical engineer.
Bookkeeping done. Awesome.
This is how you kill an elephant with electricity.
Yeah, if you
could
want to
probably
fall
kill
for that
just about
propaganda.
anything with electricity.
There we go. That session taught already. No, I'm not gonna name it getting high at 8 a.m. because not everyone did it. So the deal was broken. Only like 2 people got high.
That
I
was
gotta hand it to
There's
you.
like
though. You do a
4
very
people
good
that got
saving.
high.
Yeah, it's some. Well,
NPCs don't count.
There's still like 3
What'd you say,
people who
Fred?
got high.
I said you do a very good Thalen.
Oh man, that character's fun.
I miss her already.
I don't. Dude.
Definitely a button pusher.
Now we just vibe, just chill. Or you guys can hop off. Do whatever.
Yeah.
I will say, to Ulysses and, well, I would ask you, would you divulge information about the entrance to the rest of the people, or are you gonna hold tight to that?
He mentioned an enchanted stone. I mentioned that he doesn't know exactly what to do to open it.
Well, funnily enough, you actually were correct in how to open it in a certain way. I'm afraid you don't know the password, but there is a riddle you have to answer in order to open it.
And it's speaking a language that none of us speak because we're all alive people.
Yeah,
So-
if only you guys were necromancers.
I think
Dread.
So what we do is
either
until you-
Someone has to
Brendan
comprehend.
or
Someone has to have
Oz
comprehend
can
language.
Comprehend languages, right?
I feel like someone does.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
Brendan.
Brendan probably does, right?
Oh man, you know who did have that?
Thalen.
Sure
He does not.
All right, backup plan.
He might have had it before. He
Ulysses.
might just change it out. Let me check
Okay.
Tolus's shoot.
Use him to talk to the undead boy.
Tolus of the Heartlands. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Tolus does. Tolus does have comprehend languages.
There we go.
Ritual casting capabilities.
did. You said that was on the door though, right? Like not somewhere in the place.
No, that was a door talking. When I say the door,
Okay.
it's the rock that blocks the entrance.
Gotcha. I was gonna
It's
say we
it's
are not bringing
big show
Tolos in
you
there.
got energy.
I will not lead that poor child to death.
No.
Oh, don't don't worry. Roja wasn't gonna have that happen anyways. Not because innocence or purity or safety of friends. Because they're too fucking obvious.
Right? The crying is gonna give us away.
Listen, Stone. Either you open
Just
up
help
this
you.
instant or I smite.
Rodra, the clauses of her terms of helping you is the people that get to go in are her, obviously, Ulysses, because this is his shit, and she respects that, though she'll never say it to his face, and out of game the PCs. Because I want to leave anyone on the surface really bored, so. Everyone else has to stay on the surface because this is already a large number of people and she doesn't like it already. But she also doesn't know what's down there, so she's happy to leave you guys as cannon fodder.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, she's a ranged paladin, so.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
She's an Oathbreaker ranged paladin, yeah, so her smites do necrotic damage instead of radiant.
Ooh, that's cool.
So, more people to buy time to get back to surface? That's fine. Too many people to the point where it's sabotage efforts? That's not fine. So, the PCs get to go in, everyone else stays outside. And secures the entrance. Because, you really don't want to get ambushed as you're coming back up to the surface. Fucking
Right,
sucks.
yeah. Like
Plus, if this is like a tunnel system, then you're gonna want
Yeah.
the craft.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy, we're dungeoning.
Yeah, I actually should make their sheet, or not their sheets, her sheet, because she's the only one that's relevant now. Phew, it's a good that I didn't make the rest of their sheets. So I didn't have time. I know
That's a good thing I
one.
didn't fucking ask. Oh god, I forgot his name already.
Verdane, Malcolm, Acacio, Sigwald.
No. Sigwald.
There you
I'm gonna ask Sigwald to come along. Gonna bribe him with wine.
go. Oh yeah, you guys never got to ask Sigwald about the Archspire of Archimandelius.
Yeah, no one mentioned
Yeah.
it. Ah,
I pointed him in his
I'll let you
direction,
retcon
and
it. I feel like you guys brought it up in game, so it's just like you should tell that to the person who wouldn't have a head for that sort of stuff, and then the person
Or has
with the
an
head for
interest
stuff
in it.
shows up. Yeah. If you wanted to ask Sigwald about the Archspire of Archimandelius, he could tell you about it. It's not. The thing is, it's not super informational.
that's fine. Also,
More like if he knows where it is.
What's up?
Screw you for what? Screw me for what?
Screw you for that name.
Archimandelius.
That's a fun thing to bring up. Yeah, Alec is the creator of Archimandelius. Because you said Archimandelius was actually a character of yours in another campaign, right?
That I never got to play, but
They never
yes.
got to play, yeah. So he really is your character on multiple levels.
Well,
Well,
That's
unliving
cool.
character. Badooch.
Could he tell us where it is, the spire?
He
I think
could
that was one of the
What?
first things he said.
he could give you a general direction of where to go, maybe.
I will
I'm
tell
gonna
you
ask
the
him if he
general
can like
direction, maybe.
speculate based
I
on
just decided again to make it like really, really obvious. So Sigwald is from a tribe called the Wardrights, and they worship a god called the Bright Warden. Blah blah blah. They're from. Well, they wander around. Basically, wanderers. Haha, wanderers world. They wander around just fighting quote unquote evil. Who gets to justify it as evil? Who knows? But that's what he says. And he remarks that the Archspire of Archimandelius was above the thick greenery of Wanderer's Weald, but not to where you would get shot at by dwarves. And yes, dwarves have artillery, so they have a hell of a range where they could shoot at you. So that would thusly, by your guys' collective knowledge, put this Archspire of Archimandelius anywhere around here. Like, in that zone. Because it would be above the Wanderer's Weald, like the greenery of it, but it also wouldn't piss off the dwarves.
Right.
So it should be somewhere around there.
Okay.
That's great
Progress.
information.
Yeah, it's better than literally no fucking clue, right? I'll mark down like a path or like a
section.
There we go. Yeah, so somewhere in that how big is this? Oh my it's 400 miles
Several
long.
100 miles.
400 miles long and like 100 miles or 400 wide, 100 miles long. Whichever way you want to fucking determine it. Yeah, yeah, have fun with that.
I mean, the good thing is,
This is what was this? This was Cutthroat's Keep? I think it was Cutthroat's Keep.
Yeah.
The red,
Or
the red thing there.
or the spring where we was plant the.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. That's where the spring is for
Was
Grandfather
Keep,
Redwood.
like, over this way or something?
No, Cutthroat's Keep is no, it's not. It's not towards Northrend, no. It's somewhere around here. Supposedly, according to Amber.
Hmm.
Or actually, maybe a bit
Not
more
far
right.
off.
Maybe a bit more right, but you go, I mean.
It's not far off the mark, but still
here.
a different area.
Yeah, I'll do like a. Okay, I'm not gonna do red because there's already a red border there.
Purple?
Yellow.
Purple?
Nah, there's already a purple border. Nope. God damn it. Yeah, I get a little bit distance. Egg. Egg goo. That's
You wanna, like,
that's.
label...
Yeah, that'd be smart, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And maybe
I'll put
also these
AA.
X's, but I don't know how you would do that.
No, I'm not gonna do it for the X's. You guys just gotta remember that shit. They're too small.
A little map
Yeah.
legend, maybe.
CK. You guys are free to make it. CK. Nice.
Clark Kent.
He's a cutthroat keeper, right? Yeah, totally. Should I change this to what was it called? What the fuck is Goblin 1? That doesn't look like Goblin. Oh, there we go.
The first goblin.
That's the first Goblin.
Goblin Prime.
Progenitor of goblins.
Fairweather.
I gotta
thought
say
it was
though,
like a
whenever I
journal.
see Alex picture with the little blonde dude,
What's that?
I'm reminded of my brother, whose name is Alexander, who is a blonde dude.
Oh, that's right. Hold on.
Wait, roll 20 picker.
Yeah, the Metal 20 pick. Let me see if that's the full thing.
Is that
Yeah,
Flapjack?
that's the. Yeah, some of
Absolutely.
it's true.
The Marvelous
Uh,
Misadventures of Flapjack.
There it is.
He's got a cute little Crusader helmet on.
Duct tape to his fucking big ass head.
That show is dark. Like there were some random like hard cuts with like monstrous, like hyper accurate, like you can count the pores faces, except they're in the proportions of this cartoony ass face, and it would be like a
Yeah.
fucking horror thing.
I just learned this, by the way. Do you know the show Camp Lazlo?
Yeah.
Apparently, like the series finale, like the scoutmaster, they ended up finding out he like had beat up and disposed of the last one and was taking his place for years,
Jesus.
pretending to be a scoutmaster around a bunch of little kids.
That was
Oh.
cool. That explains a lot.
This is a crime.
It's a big crime, yeah. You went to jail.
It's many
That's how the
crimes.
series ended.
Holy shit, the amount of crimes.
Wait, is that how the show ends? He gets arrested.
Yeah, and the person who was the actual scoutmaster comes back, and it's Heifer from Rocco's Modern Life.
What?
Yeah, bro, that's the canonical ending.
That's wild.
I'm looking this up now.
It blew my mind. I'm like, that, what? That's all the crimes.
I forgot the
Lumpus
like,
doesn't feel
costumes of-
threatened and offended by this fact coming out into the open until the police place him under arrest and wrap him up in a straitjacket, saying that Lumpus is going to do some hard time for his cruel actions, where he vows to get revenge on Heifer mistakenly calling a cow. That he's actually... What the fuck is this?
Fucked. Oh, do you also want to label the box as like trial grounds or something, or like TG?
Nah. That's also not what it stands for. Yeah, that's the real reason I don't label shit. So you guys actually have to remember what it is.
You animal. You monster.
Fucking, you guys are free to write on the map, just don't fucking doodle on it like the other fucking cursed map. Not you, Alec. You're fine because you went around for
You
that.
on the map or you don't.
I mean, I didn't participate in the cursed map.
I think you did.
After
No,
you
she
showed
definitely
us,
did.
but not in the beginning.
No.
Not at first, but afterwards, yes.
No, not the episode slide one. The other one.
Which, like the map that you guys were like, this is the cursed map, and had like a chicken head at one point on it, right?
There's a chicken on here. You know, if you don't, I don't care. Yeah.
All right.
I'm not gonna show it to you guys again because then it'll incite action. And I ain't gonna be doing of that today.
I participated after, but I was not a part of the creation of it.
We'll keep it out.
You are not a spark, but the flame.
So, I guess Alec, you join us next week, maybe.
No!
Understandable.
I'm kidding. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm hoping to wrap up. Like, I'm hoping to contain this in one thing. Fingers crossed.
Mhm.
That's because next week is normal start, so we start an hour earlier. So
Right.
yeah.
Funny. That's
Well,
And
funny.
then Ulysses can just be a character that's around the world that can pop up, mayhaps.
Maybe. Perhaps.
I swear to God, if you just fucking die in the next session, that would be like a bit anticlimactic.
Yeah, there's a couple of characters walking around doing crazy stuff.
I'm
Well,
all for it.
Ulysses is going to become a character walking around doing not crazy stuff, doing pretty regular stuff, in fact.
Hey.
Just going to be drinking with new bros.
Bro.
He's just a
Hey,
party
bro.
bro, just on the move.
Is that an open container of alcohol? Yeah,
Oh, you
officer,
mean free?
yes, officer, but like it's part of my religion, so.
Part of my religion.
I can't tell you that there actually have been people that try to pull that excuse. They try to pull that. It's like you're being arrested for public drunkenness. No, I'm just showing my worship to all his Jaxero. You're not in an establishment where that would be acceptable. Sorry, it's public drunkenness.
I'm in an establishment, therefore I'm a guest at this establishment. Ergo, it's my religion. What a swig.
I love Ulysses.
I'm looking forward to playing him again next week.
Hell yeah,
Yeah, it's fun having you around.
No.
You
Show
click very, very well, like very quickly.
Well, that's more on these guys than it's on me.
Nah, I'll give you the credit.
Hey,
I've
a
had
good
Oak
job
do
on
something similar
distracting
before in the
Sajar
past,
from
and
his
he
anger,
clicked
by the way.
immediately with them too. So
Who's that? Who
you
did?
guys- I had O do something similar for my Wednesday crew, and he same shit. They just clicked just like that, super easy.
Yeah,
he
it's very
he joined them in making fun of me, which I still remember that.
Ooh.
well, I mean that I understand. You're just so easy to make fun of.
Yeah, I know. I'm a pretty easy target. I can't wait for Blockbuster game.
Part of the shit, part of the crew.
Yeah. I still like that you made one of them genuinely like, oh shit. Yeah, she still remembers it fondly. Yeah, no, O played one of his old characters who had basically ascended to like an archdevil. And then he just like dropped like big insidious lore on one of them while they're at like a fancy party. And we had like the webcam on, and we could just see her cringing more and more as not cringing as in like
She's
this is
shrinking.
awkward, but cringing as in like, oh my god, he knows so much. Good times.
Fun was had by all. But yeah, I gotta this fucking headset off. My ears are hurting.
Yeah, don't let us keep you.